All right, Mr. Taliaferro TV, how's everybody doing out there? I ask one thing of you. Please bear with me. I'm about to make a great point about Kyrie Irving. Just give me a couple minutes to set it up correctly. Kyrie Irving and the Boston Celtics were just eliminated by a better, hungrier, more cohesive Milwaukee Bucks team. It's over. Though the Celtics likely had more talent than the Bucks, they're eliminated. This has been the narrative all year, ladies and gentlemen. The Celtics got more talent. That's all I've heard all year is the Celtics are going to turn it around. They're fifth in the Eastern Conference for most of the year, behind Indiana Pacers. Even when the Pacers lost Victor Oladipo, the Pacers were still ahead of the Celtics for most of the year. Now, late, the Celtics did catch the Pacers. And hell, I can make a case. If the Pacers would have been number 4 and the Celtics would have been number 5, who knows what would have happened in the first round? All I've heard was excuses from Boston Celtics apologists all year, saying wait till the playoffs. All Kyrie Irving kept saying was, man, I'm tired of the regular season. Let's get to the playoffs. He learned you cannot just turn it on when you don't have a championship pedigree. Maybe you could do that in Cleveland with LeBron and Kevin Love, but you just can't turn it on when you haven't won anything before. I want to say two things about Kyrie Irving. A lot of people are saying Kyrie Irving quit on the Boston Celtics. I didn't see that. I believe in my heart of hearts, Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid have checked out on the Philadelphia 76ers. I didn't see that with Kyrie Irving. I thought he's getting to his same spots that he always gets to. He's just not making shots. I just think Milwaukee came with a better plan than what Brad Stevens in Boston came with. I don't believe Kyrie Irving quit. I will say this as well. There are a lot of players in the NBA that I believe should not join LeBron James. I'll just say it like that. I don't believe Kevin Durant should join LeBron James. He wants to be the best in the game. He should stay by himself or go somewhere else and create his own legacy. He doesn't need to join the Lakers. I don't believe Kawhi Leonard should join LeBron James. Go do it on your own. You think you can get it done with the Clippers? Go join the Clippers. Don't be a second fiddle to LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers. A couple other guys I feel that way about. These are, to me, number one options and have proven that they could be a number one option on your team. Go get yours and compete with LeBron and his legacy. I don't believe that about Kyrie Irving. One thing for certain, two things for sure, what we've learned about Kyrie Irving in his 2 years that he's played with the Boston Celtics, to me, I still think Kyrie's a phenomenal player. Top 10 caliber player. But he is not a number 1 in this league. He's a number 2. And nothing's wrong with that. Somebody let Kyrie Irving know nothing is wrong with being a number 2 option. You want to know what Kyrie Irving just did with the Boston Celtics for 2 years? He went off from high school and went to college and learned that life was hard. When he was in high school, he had LeBron James at his disposal. Meaning when times get hard, I always got King James. King James is gone. You're now number 1. In 2 years with Boston, two things that have plagued Kyrie's very still young career happened in consecutive seasons. Year 1, his season was cut short due to injuries. He's been injury plagued his entire career. Year 2, his leadership skills were exposed. Both of those things were covered up by playing with LeBron James before that. Let's not forget, before LeBron joined Cleveland, the Cavs with a young Kyrie were bad. Don't forget that. Let's not forget, one of the reasons why LeBron James was able to join the Cleveland Cavaliers so easily is because in that draft, in that same year that LeBron went back to Cleveland after 4 years in Miami, don't forget, the Cavs had the number 1 pick. They went on to draft Andrew Wiggins. That Andrew Wiggins pick turned out to be Kevin Love. The Cavs ended up trading with the T-Wolves that same summer and got Kevin Love after LeBron signed. But under the table, reportedly, LeBron knew that the Cavs could get Kevin Love. That was one of the reasons why he was so willing to sign with Cleveland again. Don't forget that. Before then, the Cavs were bad under Kyrie Irving. He was young. Cool. I ain't going to even chalk that up to him. Keep moving on. Them 2 years in Boston, last year in the regular season, they were great. But Kyrie's body gave out on him. Wasn't available for his team in the postseason. When you play with LeBron, you get to take random nights off in October, November, December. Hell, January, February, March, just be ready come playoffs. Nobody talks about it then. Remember, first year, LeBron, Kyrie, and Kevin Love in the finals. Kevin Love was out with an injury. Kyrie went down in game 1 of the NBA Finals. The Cavs will end up losing to the Warriors in 6 games. Don't forget that. Don't forget that. Kyrie's health has always been a problem. But when you got LeBron, after that first year that the Cavs lost in the finals, the next year they were able to give Kyrie Irving a couple days rest here, a game rest there, because you had LeBron. All right? Second year, leadership. Kyrie done wanted his own team. Remember, Boston wasn't even on Kyrie Irving's list of teams that he wanted to play on. It was Phoenix, it was San Antonio, reportedly Miami even, New York, and Brooklyn. He wanted to play for some of those organizations. He wanted to be a leader. He wanted to be his own guy. He goes to Boston. He's a leader, but he's with a team that's better than what he thought he'd even be on. Okay, you're now a Celtic. The team's looking at you when things get rough. I don't personally believe Kyrie related to a lot of his players that well. I think they look to Marcus Morris and Marcus Smart for leadership. Problem is, they're not the Celtics' best player. Reality of the situation is pretty simple to me. I believe not only does Kyrie Irving not need to be a number 1, I think he needs LeBron James. You won't hear me say that about anyone else in free agency. Not Tobias Harris, not Jimmy Butler, not DeMarcus Cousins, not Kemba Walker, not Klay Thompson, not Kawhi Leonard, not Kevin Durant. You won't hear me say that about any other free agent. I am specifically talking about Kyrie Irving. In my heart of hearts, he needs a LeBron James. A guy that when things goes bad will take the criticism. A guy whose durability throughout his career allows you to miss games as long as you're ready to go postseason. And a multitude of other things. Their games are compatible with each other. LeBron doesn't mind deferring to Kyrie Irving, which might I add, I still believe Kyrie Irving is the best with 10 seconds to go in the NBA, the best clutch player we got in the league. He's a great finisher. LeBron can find him in passing lanes. LeBron can put him in right positions to score. Kyrie Irving needs LeBron James. And nothing is wrong with that. Kyrie, you went off from high school to college. You found out that life was hard. You tried to do it on your own. Mama wasn't there to make your lunch. Daddy wasn't there to pay your bills. You had to get out and work part-time and go to school. You found out that that lifestyle was harder than you thought. Ain't nothing wrong with saying, you know what? Maybe I want to come home for school. Kyrie is the story of the kid that went off to college, out of town, tried it out. It wasn't for you. Go to that easier school in your hometown. That way you can get some support from dad and mom occasionally. Leaving school for college wasn't for you. Kyrie is the high schooler that thought he was ready for the big lights in the big city to go off to college and be that guy. You're number 2. You need a little help. You're not ready yet. Nothing's wrong with that. And I believe if Kyrie Irving decides to join Kevin Durant in New York, I believe you're putting together 2 number 2s. Just because you got 2 phenomenal number 2s, it does not mean you got a number 1. I don't believe Kyrie or Kevin Durant are ready to win, be the number 1 guy on their team. Don't believe they've proven that to me. I think the number 1s on those teams respectively are Steph Curry. And when Kyrie played with Cleveland, LeBron James. I think Kyrie Irving needs King James. And I know the Lakers are probably not atop Kyrie's wish list, but after what just happened to him in the second round to the Milwaukee Bucks, they shouldn't even be playing Milwaukee. Boston should not be the 4th seed with all that talent on the court. Kyrie needs to look in the mirror and swallow some pride and say, when was I the happiest playing basketball? I'm a reader of body language. In my humble opinion, I believe he was happier playing basketball when he had a guy by the name of LeBron James alongside of him.
I came from nothing, but I want everything God has for me. I interview celebrities. I talk sports. I still represent the culture.
I got the kids. They are now tuned in.
Yeah, we locked in right now, Mr.
Mr.Taliaferro.
Mr. Shout out to Mr. Taliaferro.
You're watching Mr.Taliaferro TV.
Mr. Taliaferro TV, here with the triple B's, you can't do nothing but win.